Listen, you guys, Lil Kim is getting questioned by the people because of the message that she wrote yesterday. She is, well, questioned is actually an understatement, dragged is the word, and she finally responded to that. And we're also going to be talking about this entire situation with Wendy Williams and the Breakfast Club, and we're also going to be discussing about the Diddy tapes, you guys, as well as Aaliyah getting her own bread doll, and we're also going to be talking about Drake and this entire UMG situation. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, we're going to talk about this entire situation with Lil Kim. The internet is not happy with the message that Kim decided to write yesterday on her Twitter regarding the fires that are ongoing. So this is the message that Lil Kim decided to write, and people are not having it. And I'm just like, listen. The internet stays undefeated, okay? She said, hashtag pray for LA. Been sending strong prayers up for LA and everyone affected by the fires. This is heartbreaking. I pray to Jesus that God make it monsoon in LA, okay? And people are like, Kim, what are you talking about, okay? Why would you say make it monsoon? Do you know what the word monsoon means? And stuff like that. And people were like, why are you trying to end another natural disaster with another natural disaster? And that comment had like 620 comments. And if you know anything about Lil Kim's comments, you do know that 620 is a lot for her because people don't normally interact with the content. So for her to be getting all of that, and she had like 3,000 quotes, and yeah, people were not having it, all right? And I did realize that this is stemming from a point where monsoons are really associated with natural disasters, because a lot of times when people speak about monsoons, they normally are heavy rains, not just normal heavy rains, but heavy rains that normally result in floods. But monsoon as a word in itself, it simply means, well, heavy rains, but they mainly associated with natural disasters, because in Asia where they normally happen, well, it's a mess, okay, when it does monsoon. And so yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this entire situation. Do you think that she was wrong for picking that word? And tell me, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you actually hear the word monsoon? Do you just think heavy rains, or do you automatically think floods? Now, it seems like she decided to address this entire situation, and she basically went on Google, and I guess she tried to find the definition of a monsoon, and she said and then she said, what's happening is devastating, and what LA really needs right now is rain. So what's the issue? Doesn't everyone understand what a monsoon is? That a monsoon is heavy rain. I'm so happy to see that everyone is staying so positive during such a tragic situation. Let's keep praying and supporting everyone that has been affected by this. And then she went ahead and said, for anyone that's confused, any questions, and she said she put a screenshot of what she decided to look up online, and said, which read, a monsoon is a seasonal shift in wind direction that can cause an extreme wet or dry weather. Monsoons are often associated with tropical regions, but can occur in other parts of the world, including North America. But they are normally disastrous, okay? So let me know in the comment section, you guys, do you think this is the part where she should have apologized, or do you think that, well, she's very correct for letting people know that, well, it's a wider meaning and that context is important? All right, of course, in there I did see some Barbz there, and I'm like, you guys, what are you doing in this woman's comment section? Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about, my god, Wendy Williams, you guys. Yesterday the Breakfast Club announced that they will be interviewing Wendy Williams, and it seems like, Lauren actually went to, where she's staying, and something happened there where seemingly maybe she was not able to record, to interview Wendy, as the people were like, listen, we don't even know that there's a Wendy was staying here, despite her going through the reception and them admitting that Wendy is there, but they had to get like some sort of approval from her guardian in this entire conservatorship. Did I pronounce it well? I always struggle with that. But anyway, so she decided to do the interview via phone call with the Breakfast Club, and Wendy is saying, "Listen, this is not fair what they're doing to me. They're saying I'm incapacitated, but it's actually not true." And of course, in true Wendy Williams style, she decided to throw in some shade, some shade towards the Diddler. Now, for those of you guys who do not know, the Diddler and Wendy Williams haven't seen eye to eye in such a long time. And rumor has it that, well, one of the reasons why Wendy got kicked off radio was because of the Diddler. So, of course, Wendy does feel some type of way because of that man. And so when Charlemagne the God asked her what she thinks about this whole entire situation, of course, she was ready to throw the shade. I won't lie. I was like, listen, she still has it. She still is the queen of hot topics. And I do wish that everything gets resolved in her favor in a way that, betters her overall. And she also spoke about the details of the entire situation that she's in. And I'll say that it's pretty sad to see someone as funny and as entertaining as Wendy is go through something like this. So let me just insert a little snippet of what she had to say about the Diddler, and of course what she had to say about the conversation. The conservatorship, okay? Laugh at me if you want, but I won't be there in the comment section blocking you if you laugh at me. Of course, I'm kidding. So let me insert that, and then I'll catch you after that.
You got fired from Hot 97 years ago because of Diddy. All these years later to see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that situation?
Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see the stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
She still got it.
Diddy done, do-da day.
How you doing? See, she still got it.
Wendy.
Oh my God.
The queen has spoken. There you have it.
That's right.
Hi, Charlemagne.
Peace, Wendy. And Wendy's niece, Alex, is on as well. Alex, you're going to be talking too, right?
Hey, Alex.
That's my niece, Alex. That's my niece, Alex. And Charlemagne and I, by the way, have known each other for like 20 years and running.
That is very true.
Wow.
Listen, Wendy, let's get right to it. I'm going to tell everybody what's going on. Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions. She is not cognitively impaired. She is not incapacitated. She is being taken advantage of.
Right.
Wendy, tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, to start with, my niece Alex knows a lot as well, but I am not cognitively impaired, you know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in New York City, right? And by the way, my apartment has been sold, thank God, a while ago. But I'm in this place where the people are in their 90s and their 80s. And their 70s, and even when people are 60 like me, hey, I'm sexy and gorgeous. I am 60. Look, please, July 18th, 1964, honey. But look, these people, I don't care if they're 50 and 60, they have there's something wrong with these people here on this floor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm not saying something bad. I'm just saying that I am with these people. I am clearly not, look, I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here on the bed, all right? I watch TV, I listen to radio, I look at the window, I talk on the phone. And by the way, Alex, talk about this phone, please. Alex, you've been right here where I am, so you know exactly what you're talking about. You flew from Miami to New York, and you were right here with me. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what she's saying is exactly what's happened. She's there in New York, in this place, essentially like what some would call a luxury prison, right? This is her room. That's literally her apartment. But the thing about this apartment, and you know this, not Wendy, because you're there, it's small. She has a bed, a chair, a TV, a bathroom, and she's looking out one window. The buildings are... That's her life.
excuse me, and excuse me, through my money, I had this person buy the TV, the kind of TV I like, a large TV. You understand what I'm saying? Through this person, because all of my stuff is in storage. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's in storage. And by the way, that was to sell my apartment. But anyway,
is the person your guardian? Is that who you're referring to? Your guardian?
Yes.
Well, Sabrina Morrissey is her name, and right now A&E Network, A&E Network and Lifetime were sued by Sabrina. She claims they exploited you in a vulnerable state. They exploited your condition, and I'm putting condition in air quotes. You signed to do that documentary without your consent, but A&E and Lifetime countersued and said that Sabrina realized the documentary would question the quality of her own guardianship. It actually says in the lawsuit, it appears that Morrissey is misusing her position as a guardian of Williams to silence criticism of her controversial and failed administration of the guardianship. They even used the words guardianship abuse. What do you think of that?
Well, first of all, me and the person that you were just talking about, this guardian person, we watched that 4-part thing on TV together. She was the one who wanted to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm watching and writing things down, and she's watching and writing things down, and I saw her. I saw all of that, by the way. And what do I think about being abused? Listen, look, this system is broken. That this system that I'm in, this system has falsified a lot. You know what I'm saying?
They said you're...
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, it seems like Judas current Degrassi fans are not happy with Drake's industry friends, including Nicki Minaj, okay? I was going to be like, listen, some of all these friends that Drake has been surrounding himself with, of course, you guys can get mad at those, but I didn't think that they would actually have the actual guts to be mad at Nicki Minaj. I was like, where were you guys when Drake was out here bringing out the Transformer and shouting, oh, the hottest working female rapper in this entire industry, in the business? Where were you? What loyalty do you want from this girl? She has fought her own battles by herself. And her brothers turned their backs on her. And now you expect her to continue blindly with loyalty? Are you mad? Like, seriously, let me read what one of Drake's fans had to say, and then I will, I will speak on that. So she said, I don't know, or they said, since I do not know, they said, Dear Drake, see how none of your industry friends are standing behind you. They don't F with you. They used you to stay relevant. Cut ties. And I'm like, please do it quickly, Judas. Do it quickly, Judas Degrassi. When others were in the hot seat, you were nowhere to be found. You were out here, flexing on Spotify, doing your favors and inflating your numbers, allegedly. And the payola was really payolaing that time. And everybody who had said anything about the industry and the industry machine, you seemed to not care. So why should people care right now when you are the major beneficiary of that same industry machine in as far as, rap is concerned? So listen, you guys can police 21 Average, you guys can police Playboy Carti, you guys can police, I don't know, whoever you want to police. You can police, I said Playboy Carti. I wanted to say Party Next Door. You guys can police Party. You guys can police, what's that girl? The girl who had the podcast, the one who allegedly divorced, her husband because of fame. I'm just kidding, you guys. Bobby with the podcast. You guys can talk about those people, but please leave Nicki Minaj's name out of your mouth, because she cannot keep on being loyal to somebody who seems to not understand what loyalty is. Are we talking about the same Drake who just did a collaboration with Lottery Ticket? Who recorded a collaboration with Lottery Ticket right amidst Lottery Ticket calling Nicki Minaj's family names and all of these things? Is that the same Drake that we're talking about? Is that the same Drake that we're talking about? Are we talking about the same Drake that was dissed together with Meek Mill by Nicki Minaj when he decided to go and work with Meek Mill even after allegedly he had put hands on Nicki Minaj? Is that the same Drake that we're talking about? So please, respectfully, leave that lady alone. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Aaliyah. Oh yes, you guys, so it is actually being reported that Barbie has decided to release an Aaliyah doll to honor her 46th birthday, celebrating her influence on pop culture generally and of course the music industry. I do think that in the beginning I said breasts. Oh my god, breast dolls really do stay on my mind, but I mean the Barbie. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, are you going to be collecting one of those or not? Personally, I do feel like it's a very good initiative because the impact on music, her impact on pop culture, still up to this day cannot be denied. Now, one can only imagine if the mishap hadn't happened, if the unfortunate incident hadn't happened, like, I really do wonder where Aaliyah would be right now in as far as influencing music and pop culture in general. May her soul rest in peace. Now, the last thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the Diddler. So, the Diddler allegedly is claiming that whatever that was going on between her and Cassie, it was consensual. There was no force, and they're basically saying that there are people that have watched the tapes that Cassie decided to submit, and they're saying that, well, everything on that tape looks consensual, but like, I don't know now how that has to be taken after everybody saw the video of him putting hands and feet on that lady while she was lying on the floor. So how do we then know that, well, there was consent there? How do we know that? Maybe she was told to act like you're enjoying it, you know? So, yeah, of course, the Breakfast Club had to weigh in on that. You do know that everything that relates to the deadline, everything that relates to Jay-Z they come with their bias and stuff like that. So I will insert what the bunch had to say, and then I don't think I'm actually going to be coming after that. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. Until my next one, see you.
That the videos that the government has and that they're trying to use against him in that criminal filing actually will prove his innocence. They're actually saying that on these tapes, from what they've been able to see, they've seen some of the tapes. These tapes allegedly show consensual Cassie and Diddy, and it shows that even during it, somehow you could tell she's enjoying herself. Now, this was filed in documents, and in the documents, Diddy's defense team says that they've seen 9 of the tapes. Now that's my thing. It's like you've only seen 9, and remember these. It's two. Damn, you got volumes. It's 2 homes, and they said that they had tons of stuff. So there could be more, but from these 9 tapes, they're saying that basically this is just like them drumming up a bunch of mess. That they're inferring things that are not true. And that the content of the tapes don't equal up to nothing but a private sexual activity between 2 fully consultant adults in a long-term relationship. And they're saying that Cassie not only consented, but again, she thoroughly enjoyed herself, and she's evidently, in these videos, you can tell she's happy, she's dominant, and she's completely in control. His team also mentioned, I thought that this was important, that Cassie had the tapes in her possession, these 9 tapes. That's how the government even got them, and that she didn't keep them for collateral. They're saying, oh, she kept them because she was enjoying what we're seeing on the tapes, allegedly. And also they say that all the freak off and the manipulation, threats, drug use, you don't see any of that in these videos. So they trying to use those tapes to push
to help Diddy. Yeah,
it's crazy for any lawyer to be talking about Cassie looking happy on tape when we saw Cassie getting beat up on tape.
Well, that's where they misstepped before, right? That's where they misstepped before.
Please leave her alone.
Yeah, 100%. That's where they misstepped before. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But
and there's going to be no sneak attacks, right? Because Diddy has to have discovery. He has to see what they have against him. So he sees what they're getting, right?
Yeah, he sees what they're getting. But again, I think it's going to take a minute. Because remember when we talked about this earlier, I remember the prosecution was saying it took them a minute to go through all of the stuff. And they said they were still trying to figure out how to get into some of the tablets and the phones and all of that. So, and they said it's superseding, so more stuff can come.
So it's a lot more tapes. A lot more tapes.
I'm assuming, like,
Bad Boy Blockbuster. Like, it's a whole bunch.
Envy said something.
Why are you pointing at him about the tapes?
No, because Envy said something that's true about the discovery. Because, when you're in jail, they give you your discovery. So you have your evidence, you have your tape.
You get to see it.
I may or may not know some people who was locked up with Diddy, and they claim to have seen tapes. And they say the same thing.
What, that is consensual?
Bunch of adults on there having...
Try to go with the mess today. You got all the exclusive.
No, I'm just saying. I've been through this for months. They told us some names on the tapes. But,
Okay.
Wow.
You
Well,
doing
I don't know if this stuff
digging?
is true, so I keep my mouth shut.
the prosecutors
on
are
the
saying.
Were you on the tapes?
You on there?
Yeah, right.
I heard you on there.
Don't start
You
that.
on there face down,
Don't-
ass up.
Don't start
That's what
that.
the streets say.
Don't start that,
You
because
gonna
people
get
will
that
believe
brown-
you. That ain't true.
They say y'all was on there negotiating a brown dot Ciroc deal.
There is no brown
You wanted a
dot.
brown dot.
There was brown dot Ciroc.
If I'm on the tape, Charlemagne
So
with
you wanted
me.
a brown dot to resemble a brown eye.
Oh, you take him to all
And
of
we were
your-
together, yeah. We go to all events
I ain't
together.
never been to
So
a
if
Diddy
I'm on
party.
that tape, he on that tape.
Well, I know-
And then
know.
they say you DJing a Diddy party butt naked.
And you right next to me
Then y'all
hosting.
went to play basketball. Butt naked.
And you doing donkey today naked too.
Never been.
We all together. Nah, but truthfully, we never been to a Diddy party. I gotta put that out
you
there.
gotta keep on
I gotta put that out there.
I don't
'Cause
know, believe it now.
Somebody will just take a little clip. You the only one that been to a Diddy party.
Yeah, but my parties didn't have no brown dot Ciroc. I
Oh,
don't know.
you went? You been to the Diddy
I've been to
parties?
a couple of them, but not those ones on those tapes or nothing like that.
And depending on what time of
Damn.
night it was.